Exciting day. Today is the day that we're finally dropping off the Z to get the turbos installed. I don't even know what I'm feeling right now. All I know is that this thing's gonna be a little monster, man. We also have the white pipe, which is gonna be going over there, and they're gonna be doing a custom Tome build for the Z, single exit. So let's go ahead and load up the parts. Turbo number one. Goddamn. All right, so we have the turbos in here, the exhaust clamps, titanium V-bands, more exhaust goodies, gaskets, my 4-map sensor for the manifold. Let's put this baby in here. Titanium white pipe for the VR30. Yes, sir. I'm gonna be selling these in the near future, so make sure to watch most of my videos. I'm gonna let you guys know when they're on my website, zillafulboost.com. That website is currently under development. It's live, but I'm always making changes to it. So I'll be there selling draggies, parts that us enthusiasts like to use on their cars. So. This is the last cold start with the stock turbos. The Z1 turbos still haven't come out for the Nissan Z. From what I can see, it's just the housing. The Nissan Z has some integrated valves into the housing to control boost pressure. The Q50s and Q60s do not have that. So this turbo does not have that mounting location for the valve. So what I'm gonna do is install these turbos, and then I'm gonna shut off any codes that I get related to that valve. This is the last drive with the stock turbos on the Nissan Z. I've never purchased upgraded turbos. I've never upgraded any turbos on any of my cars. But now, this is crazy. We're actually upgrading turbos on the Nissan Z. One thing that I don't like about me having to upgrade the turbos right now is that we never really got to push this car with stock turbos. I never really got to see its full potential on stock turbos. I made this decision to just upgrade the turbos and go all out. So let's talk about goals, right, with the Z. Obviously, we're not going for stock turbo numbers anymore. Honestly, stock turbo isn't as exciting anymore for me. We kind of know what they'll do, so that's why I went with the Z1 turbos. Power numbers. I want this car to have about 700 wheel and no more than 575 torque. And you're probably wondering why I don't push it for more. I honestly believe that the ceiling for this motor is 600 torque, and that to me is pushing it. And then 700 horsepower is already also kind of pushing it, in my opinion. Those numbers you see with 800 torque or 800 wheel horsepower and all, I don't know about that. The ones that have pushed it that far have all blown up. I think a safe bet would be about 550 wheel torque, and 700 horsepower would be probably the safe bet. We all know torque is what destroys motors. If we can keep the torque below 550, that would be extremely ideal. 575 is already kind of pushing it for me, and 600 is the absolute limit, and it's still, to me, more of a ticking time bomb. Horsepower obviously is a factor of torque. It's basically torque over time. So you don't want that to be extremely high either. So I believe 700 wheel horsepower is probably the max. As you know, we have a competition coming up. I'm attending Florida FL2K. I signed up for the 10.5 class. I told myself, why not go for more? So when I signed up for the 10.5 class, I also signed up for the 9.5 class, and that's when I decided to purchase the turbos. So when we go to FL2K, I don't expect to win the 9.5 class because that's uncharted territory for me. There's gonna be a lot of fast dialed-in cars there, and I don't think this car can do a 9.5 with the Z1 turbos. Now with the drag time, I wanna run a 9-second pass. I'd be extremely happy with a 9.8. I've never ran a 9-second pass in my life. Every single time I was gonna run a 9-second pass, Pyresh came, he took over, and I was just recording. So he had the opportunity to drive the Demon Q50 and run those 9-second passes. My ultimate number, I would love for this car to run a low 5-second 60 to 130 would be extremely ideal for me. The goal for the competition is obviously to have fun. I want to meet a whole bunch of Nissan Z owners and VR30 owners. If I happen to win the 10.5 class, that would be amazing because I've never won a competition before. This is my first competition. The 9.5 class, I'm not there to be competitive whatsoever. Today is August 26th. So that gives us a very short window to install turbos, to custom make the exhaust, to tune, get some seat time. We're pushing it. More than likely, what's gonna happen is that I'm not gonna get the car completely ready and I'm gonna have to tune it at the track while I'm making my runs. I didn't want that to happen, but if it has to happen, it is what it is. Last pool stock turbos. Just thinking about it, me doing this pull right now, I had traction control on and it still got a little sideways. The traction control is actually really good at cutting freaking power. What I'm trying to get at is this car with 700 wheel, it's gonna be extremely difficult to have this car get traction. So hopefully by me going down to my 15-inch drag pack and I get a taller tire, it should alleviate some of that spinning. This is third gear. I'm gonna turn off traction. We'll see what happens. I mean, it did pretty good. I just feel like it's kind of heat soaked right now. So that initial hit, it kind of lagged. Exciting times, and I just can't wait to see what this thing can do. Next time we see each other, it's either gonna be at the shop, seeing this thing with the motor out or turbos getting installed, the exhaust getting built. Just stay with me, guys, and I promise this isn't going to be a boring series. We got lots of plans. Let's go.